Vamos a seguir con Alan Wake donde lo habíamos dejado ayer, que es empezando un nuevo episodio, ¿eh? Bueno, pues mucho ánimo, tío. Me alegro de que ya estés mejorando. Que estás a puntico, a puntico. ¡Uy, va! ¿Pero aquí no estábamos? ¿No se me ha guardado? No se me ha guardado, tío.
The tunnel was open now. I could get through. Shit.
Corre más, Alan. Lo habíamos dejado aquí. Esto lo habíamos visto en el último vídeo. Claro, lo corté justo. Si es que soy un melón. Porque cortamos justo en el cambio de capítulo y claro, no llega a guardar el capítulo. Ese es el problema. No entiendo una mierda del juego, pero se ve de lujo. El juego va pues de eso, de universos paralelos y cosas así. Realidades alternativas. Esta escena me moló muchísimo. Si quito el filtro, porque he puesto el filtro de desnudez, si no se le vería el pito, ¿vale? Pero no queremos que se le vea el pito porque me irrito. Voy a darle a omitir, no quiero... Aquí es justo donde lo habíamos dejado el otro día. En tirar aros. Lo habíamos dejado justo aquí. Pero claro, no se había guardado. No se había guardado. Vale, seguimos entonces con Alan. Con Alan Tendo. ¿Viste, boludo? Que llegaron los bruchimichis y... Vale, aquí hay algo.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
El escritor de la primera palabra, pero no de la última. Con el terror de la luz y las sombras lanzadas, el tercer ojo se abre para proyectar la noche. Este es el momento para escribir. Este es el ritual para guiarte. Tus amigos lo conocerán cuando te hayas ido.
Vale, podríamos ir para allá. Vale. Para acá dice que no quiere que vayamos.
The dark place wouldn't let me go that way.
Vale, aquí hay un eco.
Stepping to the murder site.
Ese es que es más pain.
Hanging in the air. A meaning. The violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see. And yet, making you aware of it. Something that's soaked into this place on a molecular level. Overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
Pero no tenemos... Vale. A ver si me estoy dejando alguna palabra de poder o algo de eso. No. Pero aquí sí que hemos estado. Esa palabra ya la tengo. Esa ya la tengo. Esta es la entrada de... Claro que antes estaba
The
cerrado.
station had changed. I was closer now.
Uy, qué bajadas de FPS hay, ¿eh?
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing?
Tío, qué rayada.
Sight had brought me one step closer to escape.
Y para allá no puedo ir y para acá tampoco. O sea, realmente me hace ir a... arriba, que era lo de... al apartamento, a la casa de Alan. Vale, voy a coger las luces. Vale, las vamos a coger. Por si acaso. En caso de que me hagan falta. Vale, creo que lo máximo que podemos llevar son 4, ¿eh? ¿Dónde suena el teléfono? ¿Fuera o dentro?
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
Nos falta algo. I just realized de que nos falta el pulsómetro. Perdón. Sí, lo dijeron ayer Sangard, que parecía a John Wick. ¿Os podéis creer que no he visto ninguna película de John Wick? Rina, buenas tardes. 9467, ¿dónde has visto eso, Detro? ¿Dónde has visto lo de 9467? Joder, pues sí que tienes pasta, Fennec. Suzu, preciosa, que no la había visto. ¿Le hacemos el suzume o dejamos esto?
¡Palomitas!
Morrofiemo.
¡Palomitas! ¡Palomitas!
Remolacha.
Y ahora lo seguí. Latino, ¿cómo? Ah, en el vagón del tren, vale. Son breathtaking, sí, sí, sí. Te he dejado sorda, perdón. ¿Tan alto está? Vale, vamos a ver, ponemos Bluetooth. Y encendemos. Ahora tendría que aparecer en breve aquí abajo mi pulso. No. No me he encontrado. No me encuentra el pulso. ¿Estaré muerto? Estoy muerto, no tengo pulso. Zurraspa. Morrofiemo. Zurraspa. Paco, bonico. Que me deja el lurqueillo. A ver. Puede ser, ¿eh? Mira, ahora debería salir. A ver, a ver, a ver. Ahora sí. Conectando. Ahí está mi pulso. De mi terra, primero. Te has perdido los sorteos, Demi. Te has perdido los sorteos, Demi. Vale, vamos a ver si hay algo. No.
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Encantador. Encantado de encantarte, encantador.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
¿Qué pone en el cuadro?
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice.
Elegir fotos para pósters de exposición. No me deja
This is a
pillar.
photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
¿Veis? ¿Veis el reflejo? ¿Veis el reflejo? Ah, vale, mierda, que sí que llevamos una lámpara detrás. Que sí que llevamos la lámpara detrás. Digo, pone como que está la linterna encendida, pero no. ¿Ves? Ahora sí, es la otra luz. O sea, el gilipollas soy yo, perdón.
Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Vale, hay que encontrar la tarjeta de memoria. Video Art Doc en pantallas multi. Punto focal del lugar, oscuro. Menuda choza tienen, ¿eh? Una guitarrica ahí en la cocina, hombre. Parte 1.
Alice's memory card.
¿La nevera es esto? ¿O está ahí escondida? ¿O dónde está la nevera? ¿La nevera está...? ¿Es esto? Quiero abrir la nevera, a ver si es la nevera. Ahora tengo hambre. Verás. Sí, sí, sí.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist.
Es que si lo pongo no se va a ver bien. ¿Así lo estáis viendo bien?
I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me.
Mira la lámpara de detrás. La lámpara de detrás estaba flickering. Que no, parpadeando.
It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Me encanta este juego, ¿eh?
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time.
¿No es el mismo de la voz, Zares? O sea, yo pensaba que era su voz. Yo pensaba que era un actor. O sea, K6 sí sé que lo doblan. Porque evidentemente la voz de Sam Blake es distinta y tiene un acentaco finlandés que flipas.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Ellen. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything, like darkness when night falls. But last time it...
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Es que es buenísimo, tío.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
Macho, el detalle hasta de los agujeros de las orejas de los pendientes, tío. O sea, ¿os dais cuenta de lo enfermizo también que es este juego en cuanto a detalles?
Insane. And there's so much of it.
Sí, sí, sí. Más saga que Alan, yo creo, ¿eh? Más incluso saga que Alan.
Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals.
Es la de American Nightmare, tal cual. Pero American Nightmare yo no me lo he pasado.
Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Claro, también depende de en qué plataforma lo estés viendo. Porque a lo mejor a tope de calidad...
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Vale, a ver, aquí nos dice cuántos ciervos nos quedan, ¿no? Ay, no me deja ahora tocar el ciervo. Ah, mira, esto sí que lo podemos hacer. Pues me voy a ir a por este.
The report of the shotgun rang in the air. The enemy fell. Saga felt a surge of new energy. She'd been dead tired before, but was ready for more now. She would get through this. She continued on.
Si es que...
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult. Think, Saga.
Vale. ¿Dónde tenemos los otros? Ah, la historia.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance? Think, Saga. That's it.
Vale.
Last time, it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded.
Vale, eso es aquí. De overlap. Ojo, ojo la que estamos liando aquí, ¿eh? Necesitamos... ¿Para luego qué? Ojo la pared, que necesitamos 40 paredes, ¿eh? Dani, Bonico, ¿cómo estás? Esto es cine. Es cine, pero de verdad. Creo que se puede hacer para que te lea las páginas. ¿Cómo? Para Miguel, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas. ¿A qué te refieres? A que si yo le doy aquí... A ver, era aquí... No. ¿Dónde estaban las páginas? ¿Esto te refieres?
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold.
A 60 ya llegan.
Reading the words. These words.
Pero lo he puesto a 2K en vez de a 4K.
Like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on.
Me está encantando, Lola Bonica, ¿cómo estás?
How could they not accept
Pues
the sheer
faltaría.
audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them? Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Macho, esto mola muchísimo.
The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off.
Y es que en serio, ¿tú sabes la cantidad de curro que hay en doblar todas estas líneas, tío? Y todos estos textos. Es que es la polla, tío.
The Mile High Strangler case. Proud of that one.
¿A quién no le va a gustar? ¿Tú ya te lo has pasado también, Lola? Qué bonita es Lola. ¿Pero de aquí tenemos alguno más? No. ¿Estos tendrán alguna pista más también? No. Nada, vamos a salir. Y me raya que no podamos acariciar al ciervo ahora.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay,
Te da yuyu, dice.
here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
A ver si tengo que... No, este no es. Es que es en el imaginario.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
Vale, y esto es porque no hacemos nada.
Standing inside the trailer at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. Her mind reeled from what the horror story was now claiming about her, her life, her past. She didn't accept it. She stepped out of the trailer. She needed air, but she wasn't alone. A cultist stared at her from behind a deer mask. She drew her weapon, shouted, ran after him.
Y es que es guapísimo el juego. Es que es guapísimo. Y es una continuación. Espera.
The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
con el cubo de la sala del descanso del conserje. ¿Cómo? ¿Estar de coña? Qué puta pasada, tío. Y mira, lo de las FPS, no sé si he cerrado el... No sé si he cerrado el...
I was back. I wasn't able to escape. The dark presence had stopped me. I had seen the title page of another manuscript. Return. I didn't remember writing it, but it felt familiar. Important. I had to find it.
Pero no puedo salir. O sea, supongo... Hostia, ¿y ahora cómo vuelvo? Escribir, vale.
I would write a new draft of initiation to reach Parliament Tower using another murder site.
O sea,
Scratch
vale.
was reaching out from the dark place to get Alice. She was out, but still in danger.
Vale, ya entiendo. Pero esto es una borriquería, ¿eh? Esto es una borriquería.
Welcome, welcome. Our guest tonight is Alan Wake. This time we wanted to do something.
I was back, and I hadn't forgotten. I knew how this worked now. I could take control, no more surprises.
What demons he wrestles with in the dark hours.
Y aquí...
Together with our houseman, the divine old god of Asgard, we have created something special. The song is called Herald of Darkness.
It could not be opened on the side.
The story of the journey of Alan Wake, the musical. Just do what we always do. We'll chat, but instead of talking, we'll sing it.
¡Hostia! Vale. Y todo lo que pase aquí lo va a tener Saga. Todo lo que me da aquí, luego lo puede tener Saga también. Vamos a ir con Saga. Vamos a ir con Saga. Voy a empezar con Saga. Y Infenec, muchísimas gracias por el follow. Voy a seguir con Saga primero. Hostia, qué guapo, tío. Me mola mucho, Me mola mucho. Ah, ¿te has creado otra cuenta directamente, Fennec? Y el puto Hati. A ti and the janitors. Esto es la polla, tío. Y a ver, un segundo. Porque debería tener...
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
Vale, y ahora sí que podemos hacer eso. No, aquí no. Joder.
No.
Joder.
Doesn't look right.
Me tiene que faltar entonces algo porque no... Ah, vale.
I think I wrote them.
Vale. Vamos a la caravana. Es que esto, tío... Diréis, no, pero si tampoco tiene que ser mucho. Que tú puedas entrar en cualquier momento en el palacio mental y te... Y te genere todo, tío. Es brutal. Pues no vamos a 60 FPS, vamos a menos, ¿eh? Incluso a 2K.
Hello, and welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park. All of our attractions are family-friendly and available to children of all ages.
Hello?
Ed regresa al Cauldron Lake. Ed era el colega, ¿no? El... Tammy en el transbordador. Ed era el colega, ¿no? El del abrigo ese rojo del 1. Venga, hasta ahora, Zaresh. Y trae galletas, por fin. Ahora necesito galletas, Zaresh. Cuando puedas.
I can't get through this.
Y hay un bug en las manos de Alan Wake con la linterna.
To Coffee World, we guarantee you'll jaw a great time.
All right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back after this next song by the rock and roll sensation, National Nightmare.
¿Qué hace el balón ahí abajo?
It's not opening.
Vale, necesitamos lo de poder abrir cerraduras, o sea, cerrojos y candados y eso. Vale, mira, vamos a 50 FPS, ¿eh? Pero no le voy a quitar el Ray Tracing. Paso. Yo quiero Ray Tracing. Hola. Hola, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Nos damos un abrazo o algo? ¿Pasaron cosas? ¿Cosas nazis? ¿Qué pasa? Ahí va. Pero es que aquí no puedo entrar todavía.
I need bolt cutters.
Necesitamos eso para entrar ahí y ahí hay un símbolo del culto.
Hey.
¡Y! ¡Moza!
How many times do I have to tell you? She's gone missing.
Are you sure she's not just avoiding your calls?
Why would she do that? I'm a lovely person.
It won't open.
Pero es que estoy dando...
Mulligan and Thornton told everyone to stay out of the basement. And now, they're nowhere to be found.
¿Han desaparecido los dos también? ¿Está usted meando? Por cierre la puerta, hostia. Que se le va a ver aquí toda la pichula.
It doesn't budge.
In the sky. I don't like it. It's staring at me.
¿Qué dice este? Uy, este ya no está. Estos son nuevos. ¿Y el loco ese que había aquí antes? Ya no está tampoco. No podemos salir por aquí. Vale, seguimos.
Help! Turn it away. Turn it away.
Tenía 6 meses de suscripción. Bueno, siempre puedes... pero ¿por qué no sigues con la otra cuenta? ¿Qué problema hay? Vale, no me deja seguir por aquí.
Got things to do.
No me deja seguir explorando por aquí. Macho, pero es que los reflejos y todo es que es la... Visualmente está en otro mundo, ¿eh? Esa sensación de... ¿Veis? Lo que os digo de los God Rays, que no solo lo que es el God Ray en sí, sino el polvillo que conlleva. La sensación de ambiente. ¿Ves? Tú estás mirando para allá y tienes esa sensación de que hay como eso, como ambiente volumétrico. Como que es real. Como... Gracias, mujer.
Yako, we're going to a cool guy's house to drink some brewskis. Are you coming? No, Ilmo. I'm very busy wearing a turtleneck and drinking wine. Like an asshole. Oh dear, I know what Yako needs. I'm a beer to the rescue. Bring out your inner Wolverine with
Pero es que estoy mirando por si acaso hay alguna cosilla más que podemos... Mira, ¿esto lo había cogido antes? Sí.
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Señora, ¿qué hace usted aquí? Vamos a ver, señora. ¿Está diciéndome usted que está aquí en el váter leyendo a oscuras y con la puerta abierta? Señora, míreme, ¿es usted tonta? Pero señora, que no se ve nada. ¿Qué cojones está leyendo? Y la otra aquí esperando como una... Me voy. Me voy. Nada, me voy de aquí. Ojo el nivel de detalle, ¿eh?
So, I'm thinking of pre-gaming at my place before Deerfest. Drinks, snacks, some charades maybe. Interested?
In everything but the charades.
What's wrong with charades? It's fun.
Vale, ahí teníamos lo del parque.
Enjoy your day.
Setter is better.
Ah, no se puede entrar ahí. Vale, es que no sé si me faltará algo más por aquí de coleccionables y cosas. Ahora me dirá que me dé la vuelta, ¿no? Efectivamente.
I can't leave here yet. Lots of work left to do.
Vale, y aquí en el parque habíamos cogido una lunchbox. Aquí habíamos cogido... A tomar por culo todos los pájaros. Y el totaco este también dando vueltas por el pueblo haciendo fotos a todo. Pero vamos a ver. ¿Qué eres? ¿Un influencer? Se está echando la siesta aquí. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? Se está echando una buena siesta aquí el hombre, ¿eh?
What about old Margaret? Where will I go? Who will I look after when all my little...
Mira, y esto también... ¿Pero qué es eso que se oye por ahí? ¿Qué cojones, tío? Nada, vámonos a la... No necesita luz. Salva, Bonico, ¿cómo estás, tío? Ese papanyo, 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 este papanyo, ese papanyo, ese papanyo, ese papanyo, papanyo, ese papanyo, ese papanyo, ese papanyo, papanyo, papanyo. Papanyo, 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 ese papanyo, ese papanyo, ese papanyo. Ya tenemos otra canción. Hola, gente, ¿qué tal? Muy buena, ¿qué soy yo? Vale, pues no hay nada más por aquí. Vamos a coger el coche y nos vamos a zurrir mierdas a ver si encontramos lo de la caravana. Mira, aquí tenemos otro símbolo de la sexta. Ya tenemos otro temazo ahí para vosotros, jugadores. Ya tenemos canción para toda la tarde, ¿eh? Toda la tarde vamos a estar con el papanyo. Ese papanyo. Me agrapo. A Watery. Hostia, qué guapo. Ahora podemos ir a los dos sitios. Me gusta, ¿eh? Alan Waken Opener. ¿Cómo estás, Gausino, bonico? Estamos aquí padeciendo un poco, ¿eh? Pero tremendo juegardo.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? Must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Y es que el nivel de realismo que tiene es brutal.
Be careful out there.
En serio, es...
Well, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the salt shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
Es increíble el nivel de detalle y de realismo y de... O sea,
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery. I should ask around.
chica loca. Es que es brutal, tío.